Hi, I'm Amanda Thompson. I am a Norwex independent sales consultant, and I am so excited that you have joined me tonight for our online Norwex party. I always like to start by sharing with you what I love about Norwex and how I got started. And so I'm a first grade teacher, and I was given my first set of cloths by a sweet little darling in my class, precious little girl. She gave me the cloths for Christmas. And I actually looked at the cloths and thought, oh my goodness, what in the world is this? I've never received cloths for Christmas, and I didn't know what to do with them, and I didn't bother to ask. So I had our best-selling set of cloths for a whole month before I even knew what to do with them. I brought them home, I put them on my countertop, and I didn't touch them for a whole month. My cleaning could have been so much simpler, so much safer. But after a month went by, I talked to my friend and the mom who gave me the cloths, and she explained how simple it is to use these cloths. She said there is an Enviro cloth, and it has its name on the tag, and all you're going to do is wet it and wipe with water. And then there's a window cloth, and it is your polishing cloth. And so I couldn't believe that I'd been waiting a whole month for wet with water and dry with the drying cloth. And so right after I found out how to use them, I went home that weekend and I went to town with just water and my Enviro cloth and window cloth. I cleaned my whole house. I cleaned my countertops, my dishwasher, my stainless appliances. I did my table, I did my bathrooms, I did windows and mirrors, I did baseboards, I did chair rails, I did my car. I was going to town and I loved it, and I couldn't believe how clean my surfaces were. There was no sticky film. Like some chemicals will leave behind, that sticky film over the top of your surfaces. None of that. It was amazing. And so I knew that I loved these products. And so I ended up hosting my own party. And at my party is when I realized, I really have a passion for these products, and I love to share them. And I could feel myself sharing at my party. And so that was the day that I signed up to be a Norwex consultant, and it has blessed my life. I feel like there's a few things that I love about Norwex. One of the things that I love the most is that when I'm cleaning now, I don't have to worry. If my boys are tugging at my ankles like they normally are, I don't have to worry that I'm spraying chemicals all around them and make them leave the room because they're breathing in fumes. I can clean my whole house, and I can even give them the rag and let them help me. So it's simple, it's safe for your family. The next thing is that it's so simple. Just with water and the cloths, you can clean your whole house. And so what I realized is usually on Saturdays was my big cleaning time. And so I realized that it cut my cleaning time in more than half, because I wasn't having to go grab special cleaners for each room. And it was just using the water and the rags, and I could just go from room to room with the same cloth. And so I love how simple, how safe, and how easy it is. And so I think everybody in some way is looking for a little simplicity in their life. And this is where my passion comes from. I love to share these products because I love to make life a little bit simpler for you in some ways. So I'm so excited you're here. Let's get started. One of the things that makes Norwex so special is our global mission statement, which is improving quality of life by radically reducing chemicals in our home. So let's talk about the chemicals that are in our home. This is a very common chemical that you probably have under your kitchen sink, and it is an all-purpose cleaner. What a lot of people don't know is that you don't read the back of your cleaner and its directions for use. And so on the back of this bottle, it has a precautionary statement, and it says, hazards to human and domestic animals. And I don't know about you, but I love the humans that I live with, and I don't have animals, but I would love them too if I had some. And then also, it talks about how to use it. And so it says to disinfect, leave for 5 minutes before wiping. I have never left a cleaner on a surface for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and you would be surprised how many cleaners in our house say to leave on the surface for a period of time. And so if you're not using these cleaners correctly, then you're not getting the disinfectant that you are looking for. You're also getting a sticky film left behind. And so I challenge you to look under your kitchen cabinet and read the back of your cleaners and see what they say. You might be surprised. So now that I've filled your head with problems, let me fill your head with a solution. The foundation for Norwex is cleaning with microfiber and water. And our foundational product is our EnviroCloth. So it is a microfiber cloth. And now I'm going to explain to you what makes our Norwex microfiber different and better than the microfiber that you can go buy at the store. Because you can go buy a microfiber at the store, you can buy it at Walmart or the dollar store. So why Norwex? So here are the 3 reasons that Norwex microfiber is much better than any other microfiber that you can buy at a store. Number 1 is the size of the fibers in our cloths. To be considered microfiber, any microfiber, the fibers in the cloth have to be 1/6 the size of a human hair. So imagine taking a piece of hair and splitting it 6 times. Our microfiber, our Norwex microfiber, the size of the fibers are 1/200th the size of a strand of hair. So imagine taking 1 strand of hair and splitting it 200 times. That's how teeny tiny the fibers are. So what does that mean? When you wet this cloth and you begin to use it wiping on your surface, then all of those tiny fibers act as a vacuum and they suck up things from the surface. And so you are not pushing things around on your surface like you do when you clean with a chemical. You are mechanically removing what is on your surface through those tiny little fibers. And so there is nothing left behind on the surface. And I'm going to demo that for you in just a minute. Okay, so that was number 1, the size of the fibers. Number 2 is the density of the cloth. If you were to stretch out this EnviroCloth, if you were to take the thread apart and stretch it, it would stretch all the way from Canada to Mexico. So there is over 1,700 miles of thread woven into this one cloth. And so what that means is that it is able to remove up to 99% of bacteria from your surface. There is so much thread and so much cloth here that you don't even know about. So tiny fibers and a whole lot of cloth that's woven so tightly. And then the third thing is my favorite, and that is in those tiny fibers that I was telling you about, there is silver embedded. And so if you know anything about silver, silver is an antibacterial agent. When fungus and bacteria come in contact with silver, the silver inhibits its growth, and so if the fungus and bacteria cannot reproduce, then it cannot continue to grow, and then it dies off. And so when the silver comes in contact with the bacteria on your cloth, it kills it off, and then it kind of self-purifies your cloth, so then you don't have to launder it as often. I do 1 Norwex load with my cloths a week, so usually on the weekend I'll throw a Norwex load. So it's got tiny fibers, it's got a whole lot of thread, and then we have micro silver embedded in the cloth. We call the micro silver our backlock system, and on the tag it says backlock. Right above, it has the name, the Enviro, and then it says backlock. If the cloth says backlock, or any of our products say backlock, that means that it has the micro silver embedded. There are some products that do not have the silver. Most of our cloths do. There are several that don't. So if you want to make sure you get cloths that have the silver, you're going to look for backlock. Okay? So that is why our Norwex microfiber is so much more special than any other cloth. Okay, now I'm going to share with you just some basic products to start with. These are the products that I feel are the essentials to get you started. You've heard me over and over talk about our EnviroCloth. Like I told you earlier, we have little tags on the cloth, and it has its name at the top, and then it tells you if it has the silver. So EnviroCloths definitely have the silver. I love the EnviroCloth. It is your everything cloth. This one cloth will replace up to 90% of the cleaners in your home. Some things that it is amazing to clean are stainless appliances. You know how you always have the finger smudges or the little spots all over those stainless appliances, and it's so hard to keep them shiny and clean? The EnviroCloth paired with our window cloth does just that. Super easy with water. Also, bathroom countertops, windows, mirrors, This one cloth removes stains. I have a friend who spilled barbecue sauce on her white pants at an Easter dinner, and she went home after the stain had even dried, and she used her EnviroCloth and it pulled the stain right out. It's amazing at pulling things out like stains, and it is your everything cloth, and so you definitely want the EnviroCloth. That is the number one thing I would start with. Okay, and EnviroCloth has a nickname. We call him Bert. Okay, so how do you use the Enviro? You just wet the Enviro. You can fold it like this. It gives you 8 different surfaces. You'll notice when your Enviro is starting, the microfibers are starting to get full because it won't pull things from the surface. It'll start leaving things behind, and that's when you'll just switch to a new surface. So all this is wetting with water. When you are finished cleaning, or maybe your fibers are full and you need to go rinse it out, you're going to go turn your sink on hot water, and you're going to hold your rag underneath the hot water, and you're going to rub it against itself. When you rub it against itself, it opens up those fibers, the hot water does, and it allows some of the stuff that was on the rag to fall down the drain. If you're finished for the day, you're going to hang it by its tag. I have command hooks all over my house now, but you're going to hang it by its tag, and when the air is able to hit the cloth, that's when the silver kicks in and starts to purify. If you leave this cloth scrunched up on your countertop, then it is going to get stinky. I've done it, believe me, just out of habit. If the air can't get to the cloth, then it will not purify it. So you need to make sure that it hangs after you use it. Okay, so the EnviroCloth is our absolutely amazing, wonderful cloth. Okay, he has a nickname, and his name is Bert. And the reason we call him Bert is because he has a best friend. And who's Bert's best friend? Ernie. Okay, so Ernie is our window cloth. And here's the window cloth. The window cloth, you can see, also has the backlock system. There's the backlock. It has its name, the window cloth. And so, like I said, most all of our cloths have those same 3 properties. They're just woven differently. So this window cloth has a really silky feel to it. So its job is to streak-free and polish your surfaces. So this cloth is what's going to give you that streak-free, polished, shiny look. So these two, we call them Bert and Ernie because you really don't want one without the other. They go hand in hand. You're just cleaning with water with this cloth, so it's going to leave streaks. And that's why you want to come behind with the window cloth. And it will leave things polished and super shiny. And so Bert and Ernie are must-haves. I love them. You have to get these for sure. Okay, so the next product that I'm going to talk to you about is this dude. Okay, this is our dusting mitt. I love the dusting mitt. So here's how it works. You just put it on your hand. No oily polishes, no more Pledge, no more Old English. This dusting mitt you can use dry. I use it dry. It is statically charged, so you'll just want to rub the mitt, and then when you wipe a surface, dust just clings to this. It doesn't push it on the surface anymore. It sticks and removes it because it has those tiny fibers. And so I love the dusting mitt. Some people like to spritz it with water. That just gives it a little extra pull. So you can do that if you want. I always like to talk about the dusting mitt that we have a little rubber brush, and it's this little guy's $14.99 and is so versatile. It goes with like 3 different of our products, and the dusting mitt is one of them. So say you're dusting and your mitt gets really full and it needs to be cleaned out. You don't have to go outside and beat it against your house or against your leg. You can get this rubber brush and go to your trash can and you just brush it out. When you brush out the dust, it statically recharges the mitt, and you can go again, or you can be done and hang it up. So I like to mention the rubber brush because it goes with several of our products, and it really does make life super simple, and it's kind of a must-have too. So dusting mitt. So Bert and Ernie and the dusting mitt paired together come in a set, and that set is called the household package. So you can get these 3 products as a set, and it's the household package. So one step up from the household package is the household package plus. So the household package plus comes with Bert and Ernie, a dusting mitt, and an Enviro wand. The Enviro wand is great for also removing dust. These little prongy pieces right here just really cling to the dust. This is good for like hard to reach places, so like under furniture, window sills, spider webs in corners. And what's really cool about the wand is that it bends and you can clean your ceiling fan with it. Who loves to clean ceiling fans? Not me. It makes a huge mess, right? Well, when you clean with the wand, those little pieces grasp hold, even if you have lots of dust like I did, grasp hold of all of that dust and just clings to it, and it comes off in clumps. It doesn't make a huge mess. What's even cooler about the wand is that it unsnaps, the handle unsnaps, and we have a handle that goes with our floor system, and it gives you a great extension. So it just connects right with that. It pairs well with the handle. And so I love the Household Package Plus because this is a game changer when you're dusting your ceiling fans. Now we're going to move on to our amazing floor system. Okay, so our floor system comes with a base, a handle which extends, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of pushed into a corner right now. There are videos below that show the mop in use if you want to check that out. But this is our mop base and our handle. And then it also comes with a dry sweeping pad. This is going to be your sweeper. So it's Velcro. You Velcroed on the bottom of your base. And then you're going to go around your house sweeping. What I love about this sweeper is, you know how when you sweep with a broom, you could sweep your whole house. I have a water towel. Sweep my whole house and come back and I still feel tiny little grains all on my floor. That's because the broom bristles, they don't get those tiny little pieces. This has that tiny microfiber, 1/200th the size of a strand of hair. And so it is able to really pull all those tiny pieces off of your floor. Also, if you have a pet and your pet sheds, or you're like a pet and you shed like me, because I shed so bad, there's always blonde hair everywhere. If those things apply to you, then you're going to love this because hair just sticks to this sweeper like a magnet. And so I love the sweeper. This is also another product where your rubber brush is going to come into play. I don't think I shared with you a minute ago, but the rubber brush is also great for the wand. You just sweep that out just like you did your dusting mitt. And so that's also what happens with the floor system. Rubber brush is a must if you're thinking about the floor system. Vacuuming and beating this pad is not going to get all the little pieces out like it should. Sweeping, we have a wet mop. It's the blue one. This has the silver. It has the backlock system in it. And so you're going to go to the sink and you're just going to wet it with water. Y'all, my floor has never been cleaner, and I mop with water. Because floor cleaners also leave that sticky film all over the floor. I was using Swiffers before, and I was constantly have to buy the pads and the spray, and then it would leave me with sticky feet all the time. I love that this is a one-time investment, but it's just water after that. My leader has had her floor system for almost 5 years. And so you just wet this pad, the blue one, and you can roll it like this to wring it out, and then it Velcros onto the bottom, and then you just mop. Some other people like to take a spray bottle and squirt their floor as they go along and mop that way. That way you don't have to keep going back and wetting more. And so the floor system is amazing. So those were the basic products to get you started. Those are my favorite things to start with. And now I'm going to focus on the question of how do you take care of these cloths? You want your cloths to last a long time, so how do you take care of them? Our cloths come with a 2-year warranty. Isn't that awesome? But there are 3 things that will void your warranty. The first thing is no bleach. Bleach gets in your cloths and coats the fibers, and it's not able to remove things from the surface like it's supposed to. The second thing is no fabric softener. Again, fabric softener will coat those fibers, and it too will not be able to remove things from the surface. And the last thing is no linty loads. You don't want to wash or dry your cloths with any lint items such as towels, bath rags, socks, because just like any other microfiber, the lint will stick to our microfiber, and it's almost impossible to get it off. So those 3 things will void your warranty. Another thing that Norwex recommends is that you use a filler-free detergent. Filler-free detergent is good for the cloths because the fillers in detergent also will coat the fibers. And so I wasn't very interested in the detergent when I had my party, and then I listened as my leader now talked about the detergent, and so I want to share just a minute about our detergent. Our detergent is called the Ultra Power Plus Laundry Detergent. It is a filler-free and fragrance-free detergent. And so also it has these amazing stain removing properties. I love this stuff. Okay, so this is the size of our bag. It is $24.49, and it comes with a big scoop, but you can actually take that scoop and toss it out. If you have, listen to this, if you have an HE washing machine, then you only have to use half a teaspoon of this detergent in a normal load of laundry. And so it, just a little bitty tiny bit goes a long way. If you have an older washing machine like I do, then you're going to want to use 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon. If you have some stained up clothes, you might want to put a little bit more. My normal loads, I do 1 teaspoon of detergent in a load, and it is able to remove stains and keep my clothes fresh and smelling clean. It doesn't have a fragrance, but it really has a very fresh smell. Now we're going to move on to some demos. Okay, so the first demo that I'm going to do with you today is I'm going to spray, these are both mirrors. On one mirror, I'm going to spray things that you would find in your bathroom. So we're going to put some hairspray, and we are going to rub some toothpaste on this mirror. And then on this mirror, we are going to, I'm going to show you how our Bert and Ernie cloth together will cut through grease on the mirror. So I'm rubbing butter all over the mirror. Okay? So I'm going to let those two things sit for just a few minutes, and then I will come back and show you how easily they clean up with just water. Okay, so first we're going to start with this mirror right here. This is the bathroom mixture, so it has the hairspray and the toothpaste, and it's dried, so it's sticky and gooey. I just have my wet Enviro cloth, only wet with water, and I'm going to show you how easy it wipes through that sticky mess. Wipes it right off, and then I'm going to come right behind it with my window cloth. It's going to polish it and give it that streak-free shine. Okay, so look how nice and clean. Okay, and then this is our butter mirror, and this is going to show you that this cloth will cut through grease in the kitchen, so like bacon and butter, so it'll cut through grease easily. So once again, with the Enviro first, wipe up the butter, see how quick and easy it comes off, and then come right behind it with the window cloth. So imagine cleaning your mirrors in your bathroom after you have like toothpaste spots all over it, or back doors where you have doggy noses or kids' handprints. These two cloths together are amazing. So, voila! Nice and shiny. Okay, so the very last demo that I'm going to do is my very favorite one. You just saw that the Enviro cloth would cut through toothpaste and hairspray. It cuts through grease like butter. But what about when you're in the kitchen and you have like a big accident, you spill raw meat, you're cooking and you get raw meat on your countertop? And so I have raw chicken right here, and I am going to rub it all over my kitchen table. That's disgusting, right? This is when you're going to grab your big cleaners, your bleach, your 409. This is when you're going to grab your big stuff. I'm going to show you that just water and our microfiber will remove the contamination of the chicken. Okay, so, sorry if you couldn't see that very well, but I have protein test strips. And so these strips are going to test for the presence of protein on the surface. What we know about protein is that it's smaller than bacteria. And so if our cloth can remove protein, then it can also remove bacteria. Okay, so I am going to swab the area that I just rubbed right here. And when I click this, green is going to be clean and purple is contaminated. Okay, so you're going to watch it, and it's going to turn purple pretty quickly. Okay, you can already see the top turning purple. I'm going to lay it down right over here, and we'll check it again in just a minute when I get some more time. Okay, so obviously the surface is contaminated. So now I'm just going to grab my hairspray, butter, toothpaste cloth, because I haven't rinsed it. I'm just going to open it and switch sides. So I'm just folding it over. It's got a new side. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to wipe the surface that was contaminated. So I'm cleaning with just water. This is where those tiny fibers that I told you about come into play. They are removing everything from the surface. Okay? So now I'm going to take a clean test strip and I'm going to test the same area. If the cloth has removed everything, then this strip will be green. So you can see that there are no contaminants on the surface. So look at the before, and then here's the after. Okay, so that is pretty cool, right? But that still wasn't good enough for me. I wanted to know, I thought that was really cool, but I wanted to know that now what is in the cloth stays in the cloth. I didn't want to wipe my kitchen counter and then go wipe my baby's high chair, and everything that was picked up off the counter was contaminating his high chair. So I'll have another demo to show you that what is in the cloth stays in the cloth. So check this out. I am going to take the chicken directly and I am going to directly swab the cloth and put it all over it. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to wipe the table again. Okay, now I have my clean test strip. If something was transferred back over, then this test strip will turn purple because it will be contaminated. Okay, so watch, we're going to test. I'm going to wait just a minute. Still green. Okay, and I always like to show this just to show you that I don't have a fake phony test. If I were to swab the chicken directly, then you can already see that it's turning purple. And so if there was contamination on the surface, it would have picked it up. And you can see the tip, that it is purple. So that is how awesome our Norwex cloths are. They can remove raw chicken meat from the surface with only water. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight in our Norwex party. I hope that you've learned something new about Norwex. Check out the videos and the posts below that were posted earlier in the week. They talk about the specific products that I mentioned tonight. If you have any questions or comments, then I will be hanging around within the party for a little while. So message me or comment below and I will do my best to answer any questions that you have. I hope that you all have an amazing evening. Don't forget to place your order using the link below. Y'all have an amazing night. Bye.